Well, good news. Here's my canoe and my kayak. So they've been sitting here all winter, and I want to get them out of here before all these road crews see them. I'll take the kayak home first, and then I'll maybe bike here, bring the canoe home by way of water once the water settles down tonight, and then I'll come back with the truck and get the bike. You want to make sure when paddling across the lake in a snow life jacket that you're really good at kayaking. I also know exactly how deep and cold the water is here. But most importantly, my camera can't swim, so I don't want to get that in the drink. Well, because of the way this spot is, it's very unlikely with the high water that I'm going to get out of this kayak without getting wet. This kayak's set up too small for me right now, that's why. I wasn't the last one to use it. Oh, maybe I'll be okay. Woo! Get the knees wet. Not the feet. I didn't even take my shoes off. But I'm a ninja. One thing I like about the kayak is they fit nicely in the back of my truck. The canoe doesn't. I don't have a rack or so that can put it on. Also, don't paddle without life jackets. That was pretty shallow, most of it. I'd be fine. I've also been paddling pretty much since I was a really little kid. I'm from the Algonquin area. Even paddled once on the lake that Tom Thompson drowned in. Get this kayak home, and then I'll wait for the wind to die down, and I'll paddle the canoe all the way back. Well, the thing is, I don't know if there's a bicycle here that can really get me up the lake and back, so I'm just gonna walk. It's only 3 kilometers. That's like an hour. Nothing. Good for me. This is a wood stove that I've been tearing out of here. It's huge, and I'm gonna need help getting it out somehow, but I moved it today by myself, so that proves that it's movable, which strengthens my resolve to replace it. Anyways, let's go to the lake. Walking up the lake, it's a pretty nice walk. Back to my canoe, which is gonna be Misty's canoe. That's what part of this is about too. This canoe is for you. I could have asked for help, I guess, from someone to give me a ride, or sometimes I guess get tired of being the one who always needs something or feeling like that. Stigma of being a survivor. The lie, you're supposed to do everything for yourself, but no one can. But also it's good training, just get out, walk, do it the hard way, paddle the canoe down the lake, portage it the whole way home on my shoulders. That'll get me ready for fire season. Jack of Clubs Lake, please limit your stay to 8 hours. Whatever. Well, there she is. Yeah. This is a lake I've spent a lot of time on over the years. Obviously, if I stash canoes here for the winter. So the proper way to do this is to put your paddle down across. I'm gonna sit on my life jacket because the water is turned completely calm. It's wonderful. Well, maybe I never paddled on the lake that Tom Thompson drowned in, but I've definitely paddled on lakes that he's paddled on. Here's Cow Mountain. I don't like about this canoe is it just has a mind of its own as soon as you stop paddling. It's a 2-person canoe. That's the only way it is. And I'm not a 2-person guy. I have no use for it. Well, there's Wells over there. I'm almost home. Beautiful Wells, BC. Parts of this lake are over 250 feet deep. It's crazy. Just this narrow little lake. The mountain starts way down there. As for me, I guess I'll just have to find more quiet lakes and go to them. Now, I could get off at the shoreline there where the dock is, but that doesn't put me any closer to home, so I'm gonna try to paddle up the Willow River, named after my daughter. No, my daughter's named after it. And then I'm gonna maybe even carry the thing right to my house, old school style, on my head. I'm gonna walk from there to the house to get the truck. I might as well just walk with the canoe on my head. On the river you go pretty quickly with the current. Steer myself just a little bit. The Willow River, pretty dirty place. A lot of backfilled mine tailings and more mining in this town. I can't imagine it's going to get better anytime soon, but maybe they'll be forced to do remediation work. Named my daughter Willow River, hoping that someday she could have a clean river. That's the truth. When she was 7 days old, I took her down to the Y. I put her head down by the water. I took some water and I put some on her head. Oh, a little fish is jumping. The first wild water she ever touched, the Willow River. Sign says, Wells welcomes you. Usually there's beavers out. Maybe we'll see one. Alright, here's the part where I put it on my head and carry it home somehow. I did it. Carried it half the way down the road from Willow River and then drug it the rest of the way. But fire season's coming. Might as well suffer and get used to it. It's good for you. You're gonna suffer if you want to fight fire. Get used to the bugs, get used to being thirsty, get used to the heat, get used to the hard work. That's my workout for today. Alright, I'm gonna get these mosquitoes and get some water.